Welcome to Lighthouse KinShip's devotional video, Braid Yourself with God's Promises, Jeremiah, the Persevering Prophet, Part 2. Jeremiah chapter 1, verses 8, 18, and 19, Amplified. Don't be afraid of them or their hostile faces, for I am with you always to protect you and deliver you, says the Lord. Now behold, I have made you today like a fortified city, like an iron pillar, and like bronze walls against the whole land, against the successive kings of Judea, against its leaders, against its priests, and against the people of the land, giving you divine strength which no hostile power can overcome.
They will fight against you, but they will not ultimately prevail over you. For I am with you always, to protect you and deliver you, says the Lord. Today is Thursday, September the 8th, 2022. Monica and I are here at the Stevenson Road Covered Bridge over Massey's Creek, Xenia, Ohio.
For Jeremiah to fulfill the calling God had placed on his life and deliver the difficult message God directed Jeremiah to proclaim, Jeremiah not only had to do critical evaluation, examining the heart, but Jeremiah needed to braid himself with God's promises when the waters of affliction rose to drown him and the fiery flames of persecution were all around him.
Jeremiah 15, verses 15 to 21, TLB. Then Jeremiah replied, Lord, you know it is for your sake that I am suffering. They are persecuting me because I have proclaimed your word to them. Don't let them kill me. Rescue me from their clutches and give them what they deserve. Your words are what sustain me. They are food to my hungry soul. They bring joy to my sorrowing heart and delight me. How proud I am to bear your name, O Lord. I have not joined the people in their merry feasts. I sit alone beneath the hand of God. I burst with indignation at their sins, yet you have failed me in my time of need. You have let them keep right on with all their persecutions. Will they never stop hurting me? Your help is as uncertain as a seasonal mountain brook, sometimes a flood, sometimes as dry as a bone. The Lord replied, Stop this foolishness and talk some sense. Only if you return to trust in me will I let you continue as my spokesman. You are to influence them, not let them influence you. They will fight against you like a besieging army against a high city wall, but they will not conquer you, for I am with you to protect and deliver you, says the Lord. Yes, I will certainly deliver you from these wicked men and rescue you from their ruthless hands.
Are you like Jeremiah, desperately needing to braid yourself in God's promises? The season of adversity, affliction, despair, grief, loneliness, fear, and anxiety has expanded from one season to a decade of seasons. You are watching individuals that you love deeply travel along the path of hatred, jealousy, disrespect, dishonor, rudeness, ungrateful behavior, knowingly believing lies, and willingly living in the darkness of this world. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 11, and Luke chapter 15, verses 11 to 24, the parable of the prodigal son, has been God's divine words that Bobby and I have braided ourselves with.
1 Corinthians 3, verse 11, Amplified. For no other foundation can anyone lay than that which is already laid, which is Jesus Christ the Messiah, the Anointed One. Luke 15, verses 14, 16 to 18, 20, and 24, TLB. About the time his money was gone, a great famine swept over the land, and he began to starve. The boy became so hungry that even the pods he was feeding the swine looked good to him, and no one gave him anything. When he finally came to his senses, he said to himself, At home, even the hired men have food enough and to spare, and here I am dying of hunger. I will go home to my father and say, Father, I have sinned against both heaven and you. So he returned home to his father, and while he was still a long distance away, his father saw him coming. and was filled with loving pity, and ran and embraced and kissed him. For this son of mine was dead and has returned to life. He was lost and is found. So the party began.
This concludes our devotional video of Lighthouse Kinship. Braid yourself with God's promises. Jeremiah, the Persevering Prophet, Part 2. Proverbs 22, verse 6, Amplified. Train up a child in the way he should go, teaching him to seek God's wisdom and will for his abilities and talents. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. Deuteronomy 6, verses 5 to 7, NLT. And you must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your strength. And you must commit yourselves wholeheartedly to these commandments that I am giving you today. Repeat them again and again to your children. Talk about them when you are at home and when you are on the road, when you are going to bed and when you are getting up.
Monica and I thank you for traveling along with us here today at Point Place Lighthouse, Toledo, Ohio, along the Maumee River. Come along and journey with us by subscribing to our channel. Hit that little notification bell so that you won't miss our next stop. And please give us a thumbs up, liking our videos, and if you would, please help us to share the gospel by sharing these videos on your social media platform. Thank you for leaving your comments below on how these devotions are helping you, and also your prayer requests so that we know how to pray for you.